You are the most valuable investment you will ever make. Hi, I'm Zarina Poonawalla, your leadership coach, life coach, and emotional intelligence coach. You probably know me from the Empowering series, and this is my new show, the Life Manifesto with Zarina Poonawalla. I'm going to coach you to be the best version of yourselves. So get ready to create, attain, and manifest the life you've always desired and make it your reality. Do I really deserve this appraisal? Is this really going to work out for me? This is all my fault. I am to blame for all the bad things that are happening in my life. Why doesn't anything good ever happen in my life? I really don't want to say yes, but I cannot say no to them. You know how it is. I have dreams and goals, but I know it's also impossible. It just seems so far. Those who do it, they are lucky. And I'm not lucky. Do you say such things often to yourself? Or even think such things often? Or maybe anything that sounds familiar to it? If so, then you are doing something terrible to yourself. You are self-sabotaging. Now, do you know what self-sabotaging even means? It is when you think, act, or behave in a way that takes you away from your dreams, your goals, your potential, and it stops you. It stops you right in the tracks from achieving what you are truly capable of. In a nutshell, self-sabotaging, according to me, is basically you coming in the way of yourself. Now, 8 out of the 10 people that I meet are in this habit of sabotaging themselves, beating themselves up about things that may or may not be in their control, and being hard on themselves because of it. Eventually, it leads to broken self-esteem, strained relationships, and of course, unfulfilled careers, desires. Not being able to reach that potential because you only keep thinking, I wish I could do that. Only if I did that. But if this didn't happen, that would happen. So today, I am going to share with you the 6 most common ways in which you sabotage yourself and literally become your biggest, your worst enemy. Number 1, procrastination. You may procrastinate for a lot of reasons. Lack of focus, need for perfection, anxiety, or challenge related to what needs to be done. Sometimes even the fear of making a mistake, and worst, the fear of failing. Whatever your reason for procrastinating might be, it is one of the most obvious ways of sabotaging oneself. Identify why you procrastinate and then take into serious consideration what you need to do about it. In fact, start doing something about it. Because the way I see it, your little disrespect for time is costing you your lifetime. Number 2, perfectionism. We've talked about this before, but perfectionism is quite related to procrastination, but it may not always be the reason for it. Perfectionism is something you have been hardwired to do since you were a kid. Perfect marks, perfect kid, perfect student, perfect husband, perfect wife, perfect colleague, perfect boss. A little imperfection was and is a stain on your reputation, and there is no way this takes you closer to your goals. In fact, if anything, it is taking you away from your goals. People have always considered perfectionism as a strength. This word, it's a trap. It's a trap that you create to make yourself miserable and sabotage your happiness, your accomplishments, and your possibilities. So please try and do away with perfection. Try your best, give everything your best, work towards greatness. But it's okay if you are a little imperfect, because that's how you're going to be. Number 3, imposter syndrome. You think you are a fraud. You don't deserve the success that you got. You fear that someone someday will discover who you really are, and because of it, it all seems so unreal to you. You feel others are very well deserving of their successes, but not you. Imposter syndrome is becoming even more common in this day and age, and it's also being talked about. In fact, I have specifically done an episode on this topic, and you can give that a listen. But let me tell you something. It is a very dominant sign, a very significant way that you are sabotaging yourself, and it's only going to lead you to live a life of constant fear and doubt that one day your cover will be blown. Number 4, neglecting self-care. Let me start by saying self-care is not just about how you dress, how well you groom yourself, how much you look after yourself, what you eat, or how fit you stay. It's much more than that. So, apart from neglecting the things that we usually think about, like eating healthy, staying fit, hydrating, or sleeping, you also abuse your body through substances like alcohol, drugs, sex. You may practice self-medication. You don't take signs from your body. You avoid health checkups, going to a doctor or a dentist even. Sometimes your therapist. Basically, you self-sabotage through neglect and abuse. Now, this is one of the foremost ways of identifying that you are coming in the way of yourself. Number 5, self-criticism and victim mentality. Either your self-talk is always negative, while you look for motivation through videos, reels, and podcasts, you never say anything remotely motivating to yourself. You're always demeaning yourself, talking negatively, talking yourself down. And if you're not doing that, if it's not negative self-talk, it's victimizing yourself through feeling small in comparison, finding others luckier than you, and feeling like you are the victim of your life. Number 6, protecting yourself. That's right. Self-sabotaging is also a type of coping mechanism one uses to protect or stay protected from feeling vulnerable, exposed, or criticized. So before anyone else can make you feel like that, you do it for yourself. So before anyone else can point out your mistakes to you and your failures to you, criticize you, you make it a point to do it to yourself. It may also be something you do as self-pacification when the outcome is not in your favor. So, those are the 6 ways that you generally are showing self-sabotaging behavior. And if any of these resonate with you, if any of these make you feel like, oh my God, yes, this happens with me all the time, you have to do something about it. You have to change the way you look at yourself. You have to change the way you talk to yourself, talk about yourself. You have to change the way you think of words like perfectionism. You need to understand the value of your time. Even the fact that comparing yourself to others isn't going to make your life better in any way. So, if you feel like this episode has anything that you resonate with, start working on yourself now. And please, before you sabotage yourself any further, remind yourself of how truly valuable you are, how much potential, undiscovered, untapped potential you have, capabilities, abilities you have that you are not willing to explore simply because you are coming in the way of yourself. So my precious people, if you enjoy listening to the Life Manifesto and manifesting your life and achieving your dreams, please go ahead and like and rate our podcast. You can also click on the notification bell to get to know as soon as our latest episode drops. Do subscribe to the Life Manifesto. It's going to help us go a long way and also reach out to like-minded people who want to truly manifest their lives and live the best version of themselves. Meanwhile, do what you love and do it often. And if you don't like something, go right ahead and change it. The power is within you. Thank you for tuning in to the Life Manifesto with me, Zarina. If you find the show useful, then please share it with your friends, family, and co-workers. You never know. You may just help someone become the best version of themselves. And if you want to align your life with some signature masterclasses, certification courses, and live sessions with me, go check out and download my app, Life Manifesto with Zarina Poonawalla. Available on Play Store or Apple Store. And if you have any suggestions or anything that you would like to share with me, get in touch with me on my social media handles. I am at Zarina Poonawalla on Instagram and LinkedIn, and at Zarinaspeaks on Twitter. See you in the next episode.